Nelly rape. No, that don't sound right. Let me try again. Nelly rape in a settlement. How does that sound? Does that go together? I didn't even think that Nelly would be the type of individual that would be into raping females. That doesn't even, that doesn't sound right at all. Nelly the rapper and him raping females on tour buses, supposedly. Does that sound about right? I allow you, the viewer, to tell me that. But like, subscribe, ID in the Discovery Channel. Yes, ID in the Discovery Channel. The links are provided below. Get that Discovery Go app as well as that ID Go app. You might, in fact, want to get those two and combine them together. Make them as one. No trick or treat involved with that sort of thing. But yeah, you never know when it comes to situations like this, because, you know, there do in fact be individuals, women in fact, that have been raped, yes, by rappers, celebrities, and all the rest. Hotel rooms, tour buses, stuff like that. Because to keep secrets is to say you never know. I'm saying the honesty, right? But yes, so Nelly, a rape settlement. I just stated that in my opening. But yeah, so Nelly in fact was in the news recently. In relation to a mutual settlement with a young lady who stated she was raped on a bus. Yes, a tour bus of all places. No hotel involved, right? The individual I'm speaking on, the young lady that had made the claim of that, right? This was before the settlement. Her name, she goes by the name of Monique Green. She made the claims October of 2017. Yes. A Seattle club was a location. See, all this partying and getting too high, women sometimes take chances, as in they trust a little bit too much in areas like that. That's how you become victimized. Putting too much trust in individuals, even in rappers or celebrities and all the rest. When you go somewhere and you party outside of your home and take the chance of being spiced up all the way on some alcohol or some drugs, right? You don't know what's going to come with that sort of thing. You don't, as in, don't do it. I know it sounds lame on my end. Yes, I can be a lame with that sort of thing. But to prevent you from being harmed is to just me put that out there, spreading awareness on that. You don't know. You don't know none of these people, whether it's a man or a woman, that can take advantage of you with that. So yes, Monique Green was the individual. October 2017 at a Seattle club, a club where Nelly himself had performed. Green, the accuser, expressed Nelly invited her on his tour bus after the performance. But before getting into the bus, Green was both hanging out and drinking with rapper Nelly. Sometimes people, they look at the fame and that's all they see. Even in sometimes lying, or a lot of times sometimes lying, when women lie on celebrity male figures, when saying that they were raped or accusing somebody of rape and it never happened. They're just going in the direction of the fame piece, wanting to make money off that individual by lying as well. You go two ways in sorting with the detail with that, right? But yes, so the accusations of rape. Green stated after she and Nelly were on the tour bus, Nelly took advantage of her, by assaulting her. She was penetrated against her will. Was she? She was penetrated against her will and performed oral sex against her will. Once the rape scene was over, Green said she yelled and screamed to get off the bus. Yes, she wanted to be let off the bus, the actual tour bus. Yeah, what were all this indecency or whatnot, whatever you choose to term it, right? She said Nelly, once she screamed and all this, made a fit about getting off the bus, right? Once they finally put her off the bus. Yeah, once she was actually off the bus. She said Green herself, Nelly, threw $100 in her face after kicking her off the bus. That is off the hook. I don't have really no backing statement to come with that, because just to not be disrespected one time, but to be disrespected twice. It's just so hard to tell with situations like this because the fame. There's all type of gold diggers out here that lie on individuals, and yet I already said how rape does in fact happen. Those type of things do in fact happen. So it's hard to see through on a sticky finger. Completely. So yeah, she claimed that he threw $100 in her face after she was kicked off the bus. And after he threw the $100 in her face, he said bye-bye. That's messed up. That's completely messed up. What? See, I think I would have tore up the whole. Matter of fact, I would have, if it was me, I would have entered all the way back inside the four walls of that tour bus and tore up everything on the inside. Because I know how deep I can go with that. Yeah, there ain't no way you're going to throw no $100 in my face and after you done supposedly this accuser saying being taken advantage. That's a low blow beyond a low blow. That's up underneath the house. So a countersuit was made by Nelly to match her claims. He claimed her intentions were to defame him and that the sex was in fact consensual. That's what Nelly is saying. Basically, she's just trying to tarnish image. It's craziness in itself. Of course, Nelly's story was aired during this time of his arrest for rape. Why wouldn't it be? Nelly was on tour with Florida Georgia Line when all this was going on, and it took place, and the stories being aired on this and all the rest, right? That's an interesting, odd name. Florida Georgia Line. Is that like two states added together, combined as one to make a group or something like that? That's intriguing how I've never even heard of them. So much talent out here. That's possibly why, right? But yeah, so he was on tour with Florida Georgia Line when all this was going on. Because of the accuser, Monique Green, because she refused to cooperate. Yes. That goes back to that. The intention of state your intention and reason why. Doesn't Oprah herself always state that? And yeah, sometimes, or a lot of times, hoes don't. They often lie about the victimization with that. They make the innocent victims. If you're gonna lie about somebody famous taking advantage of you with all the rest and you don't want to cooperate, it's to say something there is more likely wrong. And not only that, you help innocent victims to look like trash or allow yourself to be a whore or something like that if you're lying on, say, a Nelly, dear Monique Green or whatever, right? But you make innocent victims look bad. To the point that they won't even be taken seriously by the police. And that's one of those situations right here, which can be, yes, called out on my end to even viewers, why sometimes rape victims, their situation don't be taken serious by even law enforcement. Because to be putting together, whatever with these cases and these women lying, and then that's to degrade innocent victims in that. That's why many of them, in fact, go into the dark, because they don't know if they would, in fact, gain help or if people would even believe them. You got to be, watchful of stuff like that, because you mess it up. How people be like, oh, the system is so messed up and the system is corrupt. That's because messed up, corrupt people mess it up for other people. That has been the thing since the beginning of the time. People taking advantage of others, and then when you got people that really need help or need something, they can't get it or gain it because so many people done came across trying to get from others lying. That's messed up. So, with her not wanting to cooperate, as in she refused to cooperate, Monique Green to be exact, that in fact resulted in prosecutors dropping the case. So Nelly's lawyers state both Monique Green and Nelly mutually dismissed the case. No money was involved in this case. Monique Green's attorney, Karen Kohler. Yes, she in fact verified both Nelly and Green dismissed their dispute. They dismissed everything. Miss Kohler, yes, Green's attorney says there is in fact issues due in relation to Nelly's attorney saying there's no money, that there was no money involved. So the accuser, her attorney, is in fact saying that, yeah, they in fact feel on their end that there's still issues because no money was involved. So with me asking, did somebody lie or something, or what's going on with everything? I'm saying, you don't even know what's what these days, and the harm and the harmony with that sort of thing. I don't have too much to say about this. I already done said it. I think that's all to be said for now. I allow you, the viewer, to decipher that one. No straightening comb involved. I'm saying without the chick that's claiming and all this and this and that. Why if you really were raped, why not cooperate? You would think that would be the very first thing you would in fact do. Cooperate. Get involved in your own situation to solve and resolve that. But to say it wasn't there to begin with in the first place is to say nobody have did anything or something. I'm saying this accuser woman or something. Because see, if it was me and I was raped in the way that she's claiming on a tour bus, and I already stated about him throwing that $100 in the face the way that it's been stated, ain't no woman in their right mind being raped is going to allow themselves to be treated in that way. And more than anything, a black female. A black female, whether high or possibly not or whatever, zoned out on something, will more than likely have tried to fight a Nelly. That just has to be stated, because, yeah, that's a no-go. So I think that's all to be said about this or that. It ain't over here, it's in fact over there, right? Situation some of these men get themselves into. I'm saying, you got some of them that don't even know how to get out of them. Because, see, if a woman can lie and say you done raped her and say possibly you didn't, it's to say some people, in fact, go to jail. There's been people, in fact, yeah, serve lifelong sentences for that. You want to be real careful with that. Genuine draft and all that, drinking and all. You want to be careful who you have in your space with that, because you don't even know. False accusations are completely real. As in, they're completely devastating and damaging. Stuff like that will end a career completely out. So we are on the ID. Yes, the ID logo stands at left. Live now is what lies beneath. You can in fact click right here to start streaming that. Interesting how digital is completely digital. As in, it's going more deeper with that, right? Shouts out to Paula. Evil lives here. Fatal vows. For each one of these, you're in fact going to, yes, bang right through, as in run right into a description, adding to your favorites by clicking. American Monster, Homicide Hunter with Lieutenant Joe Kenda. That is my dude. You know, Lieutenant Joe Kenda should, yeah, he should in fact wild out and start making his own beats. He should. I don't know. He might in fact want to put Justin Bieber on drums and Vanilla Ice in the back on harmonies, and who else? Taylor Swift. She might can cut on and yeah, with that. I don't know. She might can spin some vinyl or something. I think Lieutenant Joe Kenda could in fact do that. I'm saying with all that, the boogie and getting down and all the rest and shaking his hips like Elvis. That is so funny. Blood relatives, perfect murder. Somebody's gonna run and tell that. Just enough for even Lieutenant Joe Kenda to answer back. I'm saying. Add to watch later. You can click right here. For a preview is to click the play button. That's American Monster. Season 3. Episode 10. Evil lives here. To go through all this and scroll through is to find what you want when you need it. Does that make sense, dear viewer? On last night, yeah, more of those. In order to get through right here, see where the lock is. The lock and key is to say you're going to in fact need to provide your provider, as in, yeah, who you're subscribed with, in order to gain access to watch this. That's for a few on here. Scrolling down even more, we got the Unlocked series. Discovery keeps it maximized. Stalkers are in fact real. They do in fact exist. I'm saying they should, because you can even learn from them. See why there's a show? Many of them, multiple shows. Schedule preview. Support the Save the Children's Hurricane Relief efforts. To donate is to click right here on the donate here, and yes, that will be a good look on your end to some children that's in need. That should be a more consistent thing, in place of it just being around the times when disasters strike or during the holidays. I think people should do that much more often. The crime feed news, to click around here, on here, yes, and all the in between is to get directed on the outsidecrimefeed.com, the actual website, with that sort of thing. Shouts out to Bill Cosby. I hope it's real safe behind a jail cell. I do. That's love and support from my end to his, despite what all he has done. To receive a newsletter is to click your type your email in and then click next. You in fact receive a newsletter. The only reason why I say that, when I said about the rape and me speaking on rape pertaining to Nelly, that's not to say I support Bill Cosby and his actions. No, I support the fact that Bill Cosby is a human and he needs to in fact serve time with that, as in be put all the way right. But hopefully in an area, a zone where, say, younger folks ain't beating on him and all that other stuff. I'm saying the man is old already. You need to just allow him to die off naturally and all that. Depending on the jail cell and all the rest, I be sensing some black young males are going to be protective of even a Bill Cosby. I was speaking on the phone with my grandmother about that, because of Bill Cosby's age, and despite what he has did and done is wrong, right? That shows some mental issue going on, right? But I be sensing, yeah, somewhere in this is gonna be some black males in the jail that's gonna be protective of him because of his age. And the senile, you can tell there's some issues or something going on with even Bill Cosby, where he's becoming more senile down memory lane, as in issues of his mindset or something, and was some mental sickness or something like that. I'm just saying, because he's elderly, right? Now, if he was younger, I would be like, well, let the fish fry with that. But because I would view even Bill Cosby like a grandfather in a sense, despite me saying what I said, just because of his age, I kind of feel somewhat sorry for the man, yeah, because of his age. Not in relation to what he did or done and him needing to serve time, but just because his age. He's elderly, right? Completely elderly. To be on the way to almost 90 years old is to say, my God, what that? How long to live? Because I'm thinking a jail cell would possibly even kill this man all the way out even quicker. That will possibly serve some justice to those that were victimized, right? But I don't know. It's just some sadness in my heart and my soul, in the pit of my gut. When I first found out the news, it was some sense of sadness, for the simple fact of, I don't know, when I look at his face. Because see, he should have gotten help before, and yet people that take advantage of people, they don't be thinking about that when they're victimizing people. But now he's going to be forced to face himself, and he should. But I don't know, because I have like a deep love for old people. That's just me. Everybody's different. I just have like a wanting to protect the elderly people. I don't know why that is. Even the homeless people, elderly people, homeless people, very sick people with terminal illnesses and stuff like that. I don't never really like to see them like really mistreated harshly, despite them sometimes having wrongs that they've done in their past, or disrespecting people in society in their past, because we all messed up or messy individuals. I myself is one, which is why I tell my story I choose to. and not allow that to be laying dormant, because somebody can learn from me. But yeah, with Bill Cosby being that age, man, that I don't know, that's messed up. I wish he would have went to jail much more sooner or something, is what I'm trying to say. Because you don't know, like, how his mental capabilities are going to in fact diminish while he's in jail. You don't know. And I think that's one of the part that I hate on my own end, the caring part of me, how I feel about the elderly, as me not wanting them to be mistreated. Like, like how is his mental state going to be once he's in jail? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna start doing lectures in jail? I think maybe Bill Cosby need to do that. Them lectures that he pissed everybody off with years back pertain to black guys needing to pull up their pants and all the rest. I think once Bill Cosby get in jail, the task force and the teams and all the rest should in fact allow him to school people, because we all got faults, right? And yet he needs to be doing something more wise than raping and sleeping up with women with them not knowing that they're drugged. He needs to in fact be schooling, educating people on the inside of the jail to say, okay, well, we all got faults, and I'm Bill Cosby, I got faults as well, but let's try to learn something, possibly either on how to face ourselves while we're in jail. Bill Cosby, myself, I'm thinking that way. Let's try to deal with our issues or something. Let's find out what the root cause of our issues and all the rest, so that we can put the past behind us, and then let's try to learn much more. You just don't sit in jail and just be sitting there. That is a no-go. You want to have some type of education or something that can further you, because to say that you might in fact serve a few years is to say you can be coming back out. You want your mental state to be right and not diminished, because that's to say that now somebody's going to have to take care of you and your affairs. Dear Bill Cosby and the rest with that. You want to keep your mental state healthy, wholesome, and all the rest, despite you being a criminal in jail. You want it? Yeah, I'm thinking to working on the mind even in jail, in a jail cell, so that once you return back on the outside, all is good. And keeping your hands to yourself, dear Bill Cosby. So I'm in and out this video. This is all to be said. Once again, viewer, I allow you, the viewer, to, yes, let me know what you feel, think, and perceive about that Nelly situation and Bill Cosby situation. And I'm gone.